The great Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius once said, "We should not be surprised to find ourselves becoming like the people we spend the most time with. That's why it's so important to choose our friends wisely. Be careful who you let into your life." It's not just the people you spend time with, but also the people you consume. Not only the people you spend time with, but also the media you consume can have a significant impact on your thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. That's why subscribe today for more impact on your life. Be the best version of yourself, starting now. And if you don't subscribe yet, so make sure to subscribe so I can continue my work. Person number 1, the complainer. Seneca once said, "Associate with those who will make you a better person. Avoid those who will not." Complainers are always complaining about something. They complain about their job, their family, their friends, and even the weather. If you spend too much time with complainers, you will start to see the world through their negative lens. To avoid the complainer, set boundaries. Limit the amount of time you spend with them and refuse to engage in their negative conversations. If a complainer starts to complain, simply say, "I don't want to talk about this," and change the subject. Musonius Rufus: be careful who you keep company with. Bad company corrupts good character. The importance of surrounding ourselves with positive and supportive people. When we do this, we are more likely to live happy and fulfilling lives. Be careful who you let into your life. It's not just the people you spend time with, but also the people you consume. The books you read, the movies you watch, the music you listen to, it all has an impact on your mind and your spirit. That the people and things we consume also have a significant impact on our lives. It is important to be mindful of what we are exposing ourselves to and to choose wisely. I'm sure you've heard this before, but you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. How can you identify the people who are derailing your progress and growth? You've come to the right place. Yes, Epictetus once said, "The key is to keep company only with people who uplift you, whose presence calls forth your best." This is a wise and timely piece of advice, as the people we spend time with can have a profound impact on our thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. When we surround ourselves with positive and supportive people, we are more likely to feel happy, confident, and motivated. These people will encourage us to pursue our goals, celebrate our successes, and learn from our mistakes. They will also help us to stay grounded and focused on what is important in life. On the other hand, spending time with negative or critical people can have a detrimental impact on our well-being. These people may drag us down with their negativity, make us feel bad about ourselves, or try to sabotage our success. It is important to be mindful of the people we let into our lives and to set boundaries with those who are not supportive of our goals and values. Look for people who share your values and interests. Spend time with people who make you feel good about yourself and who support your goals. Avoid people who are negative, critical, or who try to bring you down. Set boundaries with people who are not supportive of your well-being. Remember, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Choose wisely. But how can you identify the people who are derailing your progress and growth? In Stoic philosophy, there are 6 types of people who can derail your progress and growth. 1. The complainer. 2. The negativity magnet. 3. The poisonous tongue. 4. The woe is me. 5. The head in the sand. 6. The energy vampire. These are those people who you should avoid, the ones who drain your energy, the ones who bring you down, the ones who make you feel bad about yourself, the ones who don't support your dreams, the ones who don't make you laugh, the ones who don't make you feel loved. Number 1. The complainer. Complainers are always complaining about something. They complain about their job, their family, their friends, and even the weather. If you spend too much time with complainers, you will start to see the world through their negative lens. To avoid the complainer, set boundaries. Limit the amount of time you spend with them and refuse to engage in their negative conversations. If a complainer starts to complain, simply say, "I don't want to talk about this," and change the subject. You: "Hey John, how are you doing?" John: "Oh, I'm terrible. My boss is such a jerk, my car just broke down, and I'm having problems with my friends." You: "I'm so sorry to hear that, John, but I'm not really up for talking about that right now. Do you want to go for a walk or get a coffee instead?" It's important to remember that you can't control other people's behavior, but you can control your own reaction to it. By following these tips, you can protect yourself from the negative impact of complainers and create a more positive and supportive environment for yourself. Number 2. The negativity magnet. The pessimists always expect the worst. They see the world as a dark and dangerous place. If you spend too much time with pessimists, you will start to believe that there is no hope for the future. To avoid the pessimist, remind them of the good things in life. Talk about your successes and your hopes for the future. If a pessimist starts to be negative, simply say, "I'm not interested in talking about this," and change the subject. Limit your time with them. If you can't avoid them altogether, try to limit your time with them as much as possible. If you have to work or socialize with them, try to keep your interactions short and sweet. Set boundaries. Let them know that you are not interested in hearing their complaints or negativity. You can say something like, "I'm happy to talk to you about other things, but I'm not interested in hearing about your problems." Change the subject. If they start to complain, simply change the subject. Try to steer the conversation towards more positive topics. Be aware of your own triggers. What kinds of people or situations tend to bring you down? Once you know what your triggers are, you can start to avoid them. Be mindful of your own energy. If you start to feel drained or negative after spending time with someone, that's a sign that they may be a negativity magnet. Surround yourself with positive people. Spend time with people who lift you up and make you feel good. This will help to balance out the negativity in your life. It's important to remember that you are not responsible for the happiness of others. You can only control your own happiness and well-being. Number 3. The poisonous tongue. Gossipers love to talk about other people behind their backs. They spread rumors and start drama. If you spend too much time with gossipers, you will start to see the world as a place where everyone is backstabbing everyone else. To avoid the gossiper, refuse to listen to their gossip. If a gossiper starts to talk about someone else behind their back, simply say, "I don't want to talk about this," and change the subject. Number 4. The woe is me. Backstabbers are people who pretend to be your friend but are actually working against you. They may spread rumors about you, try to sabotage your success, or even steal your ideas. If you spend too much time with backstabbers, you will start to feel paranoid and distrustful of everyone. To avoid the backstabber, be careful who you trust. Don't share your secrets with everyone. If you suspect that someone is backstabbing you, confront them about it. If they don't admit to it, then distance yourself from them. Number 5. The head in the sand flatterers are people who tell you what you want to hear, even if it's not true. They may praise your skills, your appearance, or your intelligence. If you spend too much time with flatterers, you will start to believe that you are better than you actually are. To avoid the flatterer, be skeptical of praise. Don't let it go to your head. Remember that everyone has flaws, and that no one is perfect. Beware the barrenness of a busy life. Seneca: it's not important to be busy all the time. In fact, being busy can actually be detrimental to our well-being, especially if we're spending time with people who are draining our energy. Number 6. The energy vampire manipulators are people who try to control you and get you to do what they want. They may use guilt, shame, or threats to get their way. If you spend too much time with manipulators, you will start to feel like you have no control over your own life. To avoid the manipulator, set boundaries. Don't be afraid to say no. If a manipulator tries to pressure you into doing something you don't want to do, simply say, "No, I'm not going to do that," and walk away. Choose not to be harmed, and you won't be. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Marcus Aurelius. This quote reminds us that we have the power to control our own thoughts and emotions. We can choose not to let energy vampires affect us. Manipulator or the energy vampire aren't different, they are different side of same coin. An energy vampire is someone who drains your emotional energy, whether intentionally or not. They may do this by complaining, gossiping, criticizing, or simply being negative and pessimistic. Energy vampires can be anyone in your life, from friends and family members to coworkers and neighbors. They may be people you know well, or they may be strangers. Why you should avoid energy vampires? They can make you feel drained and exhausted. They can bring you down and make you feel bad about yourself. They can create a negative and toxic environment. They can make it difficult for you to focus on your own goals and happiness. If you find yourself surrounded by energy vampires, it's important to take steps to protect yourself. Set boundaries. Let energy vampires know that you are not interested in their negativity or complaining. You can say something like, "I'm happy to talk to you about other things, but I'm not interested in hearing about your problems." Limit your time with energy vampires. If you can't avoid them altogether, try to limit your time with them as much as possible. Spend time with positive people. Surround yourself with people who lift you up and make you feel good. This will help to balance out the negativity in your life. Take care of yourself. Make sure you are getting enough sleep, eating healthy foods, and exercising regularly. This will help you to feel more energized and resilient. Remember, you deserve to be surrounded by positive and supportive people. Don't let energy vampires drain your energy and happiness. By avoiding these 6 types of people, you can create a more positive and supportive environment for yourself. This will help you to achieve your goals and live a happier and more fulfilling life. All time and attention should be devoted to your development. One should try to be successful in life, because no one keeps distance from successful people. This is the reality. Your mistakes. If you have made a mistake, then first of all you should find out your mistake and correct it. If you have not made any mistake, if you do not accept the mistake after making the mistake, then you will remain sad for the rest of your life because of this mistake. So overall, I want to say that correct the mistakes in your life if you have made mistakes, and if you are unsuccessful, then try to achieve success. Stoic as someone who transforms fear into prudence, pain into transformation, mistakes into initiation, and desire into undertaking. Thanks you for your persistence and support. Please make sure to give your thoughts on this topic. I'm just curious to know what you guys have thinking on it. Give your thoughts on comments.